the end of the 2nd century, the world was drawing towards a time of war, as the Han Dynasty, which had ruled for centuries, lost its influence. Among the great generals, one above all shined with a powerful brilliance. His name was Cao Cao, and he would come to be known as a hero of chaos. After unifying the north of China, Cao Cao decided to proceed south to face Wu, who had extended its influence into the land of Jiandong. Swept up in that momentum, the hermit Sima Yi became fascinated by Cao Cao's genius and agreed to serve under him.
This is such a terrible bother. Someone's going to seize the mandate of heaven. This chaos must come to an end soon. And yet, Cao Cao, a man capable of bringing Yuan Shao to his knees. Surely he can see that the Imperial Han has no future left at all.
Master Sima, watch what you say. Show respect.
I am not here with you by my own will. Ignoring such small complaints would be courteous. What a terrible bother this has turned out to be.
Let our numbers overwhelm them. Our target is soon Guan. Forward!
My lord, scouts report a strange altar near the enemy camp.
Oh, have resorted to using magic, have they? There must be someone there casting the spell.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Master Pang Tong, as you ordered, the ships have been chained together. There's something happening.
Do not worry. Our might will bring victory. But for that victory, we need a sure place to stand.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
Has ascended the altar. He appears to be intoning some kind of prayer.
Speaking dragon, take some troops and stop them. We shall halt their plan before it starts.
Now you fight me!
Here it comes.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
The plan will fail if I flee now. The fate of this battle is now in your hands.
I cannot lose to an idiot like you.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
mind shall vanquish the sword. Stop and face me if you dare. The mind shall vanquish the sword. Time to put this space to use in realizing my strategies. I failed without carrying out my plan. Never have I known such shame.
True to your reputation, such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
You are as good as they say. I'll have to work a bit harder to keep up.
Time to put this space to use in realizing my strategies.
Now, there's only one other thing for me to do. Oh well, I don't really like fighting like this. I give up. I will pull back for now.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
My lord, a strange boat has been sighted on the Sioux side of the river. It reeks of oil.
You think that just having a lot of boats is going to save you? Take this! You don't stand a chance fighting against Wu, especially on the water. You ain't getting past me.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Many of my men have perished. Now I can avenge them. Not yet. My vision is not finished.
The mind shall vanquish the soul.
The armies of Wu were nothing to fear. Let us celebrate our victory.
Just as I anticipated.
Well done, Sima Yi. I see that your abilities extend even onto the fields of battle. I'm very impressed by that.
Had it been possible, I would have preferred to do my planning from the rear looking at maps. Instead, I used another approach, since some think with their swords, not their heads.
Even they have their uses. That was not the reason that this victory was bought at such a cost. Our opponents fought well. Too well. You were very close to the battle. Did you not find that to be the case?
Too well? Indeed. Yes, I can only conclude that whoever planned this has exceptional talent.
So tell me, do you still find this chaotic world of ours to be dull?
The one behind Liu Bei, the great Zhuge Liang. What other tricks do you have in store?
Though the Battle of Chibi was won, it did not result in a halt to the war. Instead, the land entered into the Three Kingdoms period, with the three great generals Cao Cao, Sun Quan, and Liu Bei each holding ground. Cao Cao posted Sima Yi, who gained great honor in the previous battle, to the front lines against Liu Bei, who had settled in Shu. Sima Yi was inspired by Cao Cao's ambition and felt something change within himself.
Foolishness! You're saying that the land can survive without the Han or the Emperor?
What good does your knowledge do you? Have you never questioned the antique structures of the past? Take a look back through our history. There are only a few instances when all the land was united under an emperor.
So it is your contention that the need for an emperor comes from the imaginations of the common man?
Men can be ruled by a guiding principle. Let that be what leads them. Then the world would truly change. Sima Yi, will you not join me in remaking this land of ours?
How interesting. I feel as if scales have fallen from my eyes.
They have taken the high ground and put us at a disadvantage. We must take Mount Chaki away from Liu Bei.
I have come for your head. Troops of Cao Cao, What's the advantage experience can bring to a battle? Forward!
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Come on, old man! Are you really in that much of a hurry to die? Your youth and inexperience are as clear as day. You should worry more about yourself. Come and face me if you dare.
Vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
I was beaten by a storm. Fortune smiles.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
True to your reputation, such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
Wow! You're amazing! I'm gonna have to work harder!
It is time to take the attack to the enemy. Forward!
Lord Liu Bei is in danger! I shall move to assist him! Hang in there! My lord! Enemy reinforcements approaching!
I have come for your head!
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
You fight alone. I am impressed.
The enemy is very strong! We are being forced back!
I shall remember you. Next time we meet, I will be the one who wins.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
I cannot hold off this additional attack.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
We have succeeded in taking back Mount Shaki. Now we can concentrate on attacking Shu. We shall attack Liu Bei and drive Shu out of Hanzhong. Advance on Mount Tiandong.
True to your reputation, such a display will boost the morale of our troops. Let us advance together. I shall require your strength to carry out our plans.
Time to put this face to use in realizing my strategy.
Zhang and establish Lord Liu Bei as king.
The enemy is very strong. We are being forced back.
What a disaster! I have no excuse for troubling you with this rabble. I will fight you. Neither my heart nor my spear have broken. We shall meet again.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. Time to put this space to use in realizing my strategies.
Ooh, that's great! I'm gonna try that too! Watch me!
Amazing! We will have to display our strength as well!
I bet there's food inside the enemy base! Okay, boys, it's time to eat!
Fight me now, for glory!
For my friends, for my people, for our future. I
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
I seek a greater future. Though you may mock it, for the sake of that future I will flee.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Wei is pulling out of Hong Kong now. Claim victory.
Just as I anticipated.
Everything had come to a stalemate as Wei, Wu, and Shu fought back and forth. Amongst all this, Liu Bei's right hand and defender of Jing province, Guan Yu, remained a stubborn problem for both Wei and Wu. Lu Jun of Wu proposed joining forces with Wei in order to counter the threat of Guan Yu, who had become regarded as a fearsome war god. Cao Cao accepted this proposal and sent Sima Yi to Fan Castle. With numerous schemes swirling around, a fierce ambition burned quietly in Sima Yi's soul.
Master Sima Yi, about this plan you devised, do you think that it will succeed?
Indeed, Master Cao Ren. I am not so capricious as to create a plan that is going to fail.
Then I'll fight to the last. They will pass through our lines over my dead body.
And through this battle, I will test my skill. Great warriors have gathered. I'll soon see if I can conquer all my enemies in this battle. Now, onward to Jing! I'll swallow it whole. I will measure my worth by this goal.
My lord, the enemy is attacking the southern gate.
Do not let Guan Yu enter Fan Castle. Reinforcements will come. We must hold out until then. A number of Shu officers are not content with Guan Yu. When the time is right, they will join our side.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Guan Ping, head upriver and alter its course so that the water flows towards Fang Castle.
I refuse to wilt in Guan Yu's shadow any longer. I now pledge my allegiance to Wei.
That's the signal Father spoke of. The time is now!
Look! The bank! They've cut through it! The waters have weakened the castle's defense. Now is our chance to rush the castle.
Using water to gain an advantage. I applaud you, Guan Yu, but that is as far as you go.
Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
Come for your head!
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. You come alone? Are you making fun of us?
Must hold them back! It's do or die!
I will grow stronger yet! Then, let us see what happens! The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Your brilliant performance makes me feel alive.
Shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
received word from our scouts. An unknown force is approaching.
Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
Sorry to have kept you waiting.
We shall attack the common enemy of Wei and Wu. Guan Yu must fall.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Our allies have arrived. We have endured the worst. Now it is our turn to attack.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Reports from the scouts. Enemy reinforcements are headed this way.
We will wait here to regroup with the others.
Come alone, and you will die.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Guan Yu has fallen. The battle is ours. Our heartfelt thanks go to Wu for their assistance.
Just as I anticipated.
Guan Yu was defeated by Sima Yi's forces, and the tension of Jing province was relaxed. Liu Bei blamed the death of Guan Yu on Wu and led his army to Yilin. However, that battle had no great impact, and the three-way war continued. Sima Yi again returned to the battle at Hanzhong. Before long, armies were flooding out of the Shu capital of Chengdu. If he could win here, Sima Yi would draw a step closer to realizing his dream. He was no longer the lonesome hermit he once was.
I welcome you to this distant country, Lord Cao Pi.
Sima Yi, you have gained my father's trust. But how will you manage? Hanzhong is turbulent, is it not?
It is indeed. But I strive to be guided by the will of your father.
Yes, I see. You must polish every one of your talents, Sima Yi. In battle as well. When the chaos in my father's rule end, I will be depending on you to help me rule this country.
What arrogance. Well, I suppose the same thing might be said of me. Aiding you to help in rebuilding the land. That would be quite interesting. This fire that burns within has grown until I cannot stop it of my own will.
Shu must be taught a lesson. They must never again dare to set foot on this land.
Fight me! Flee while you still can!
You would try to catch us between your forces, Sbebelumnya?
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Neither my heart nor my spear have broken. We shall meet again.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
I shall remember you. Next time we meet, I will be the one who wins.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Here is time. True to your reputation, such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Me defeated! Me retreat!
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
You're even stronger than I thought!
Time to put this base to use. Strategies.
You believe your wits are a match for mine? They're even stronger than I thought! gods have answered us. We thank you for
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Are you ready to face me? Next time will be different.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
This one is heroic. I guess I need to pick up the pace. We must rouse ourselves for this fight!
Time to put this face to use in realizing my strategies.
I challenge you.
I shall not lose to one alone.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Holding up in a castle is boring. It is time I went out and settled things.
Then I shall go with you. Coming to the front lines on a whim. It must be hard being married to such a spoiled little boy. Nothing compared to you. He's such a weak husband must leave you feeling somewhat unfulfilled.
Pull back. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
I seek a greater future. Though you may mock it, for the sake of that future, I will do.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
That was easier than I imagined. Time to return home. We are victorious.
Just as I anticipated.
The long war took a toll on the people and drained the country. Wu had built up a powerful base in the land of Jiangdong, but after a fierce battle against the superior numbers and better arms of Wei, they vanished from the maps. The only enemy remaining was Shu, led by Liu Bei. Breaking camp with the strongest part of his forces, Cao Cao intercepted Liu Bei's army, which had been making repetitive advances from the Hanzhong side. The two generals would now fight it out on the plains of Wujiang.
The time has come. There are things that have to be decided between you and Zhuge Liang.
I haven't any interest in the likes of Zhuge Liang. Zhuge Liang.
You don't possess any vision. I can see far beyond the bounds of strategies. Could you ever feel what I feel? The aching need to create a bright and glorious future of your own design?
Master Sima Yi!
I suppose there's no sense in raging at an opponent who has no passion of his own. Let's go. Shu is going to meet its fate today.
We will defeat Liu Bei and put an end to these wars. This will be the final battle. Prepare well.
You believe your wits are a match for mine?
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
We have received reports from all units. Shu forces are behaving strangely.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Release! For the glory of Shu and the plans of our Prime Minister, let our arrows pierce way and all who follow it! Split up the men! We'll hit the enemy archers from both sides! They seem to be reading our every move!
My lord, a number of Shu units are setting traps at various bases. We have suffered heavy losses.
We must rouse ourselves for this fight!
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Thank you for your help. We barely made it through.
You have come too far. I cannot lose to an idiot like you.
Die here. The mind shall vanquish the sword. Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
You have no one to accompany you? Then die!
The mind shall vanquish the sword. Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
This prepared for this possibility.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
True to your reputation, such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Leaving this place would not be beneficial. I will take up its defense.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Amazing! We will have to display our strength as well!
You believe your wits are a match for mine?
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
For my friends, for my people, for our future, I cannot lose.
Lord Liu may be naive, but I would prefer his world to that of your design. You would prefer not to see my face, and allow me to close your eyes permanently. Fate can sometimes be cruel, and it not.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Oh, I underestimated you. But now it is my turn to show you a few things.
I am out for your head!
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
have freed it! Victory is ours!
Just as I anticipated.
My lord, I offer my congratulations.
We have conquered the enemies that stood in the path of our ultimate victory.
Yes. However, some chaos still lingers. It will take time to dissipate.
There are certain to be those who are not prepared to follow where I would lead them. Sima Yi, you'll be responsible for the West, and you are also to protect Hanzhong.
As my lord commands.
Liu Bei fell at Wujiang Plains. The period of the Three Kingdoms had been brought to a conclusion by the hand of Cao Cao. Now, everyone envisioned this new age opening up under him. However, the fighting was not at an end. There was one man quietly awaiting his chance to come, a man whose skill was recognized by Cao Cao and polished over many battles. Sima Yi rose to make his move, to stand as the final victor.
It's as I thought. I had the feeling this would happen, that you would turn against our lord.
Oh? That's interesting. Have you decided what you'll do?
I have dedicated my entire life to the service of beauty. And I find beauty, Sima Yi, in the way that you fight. I am prepared to serve you. Now, let us hear about the beautiful plan you have made.
And what is your choice? Well, if any of you decided you'd prefer to part company with me, then observe the only path you'll be taking. To victory! I'll rule this land. It will be held by the one who's worthy to reach out and grasp it. The master of a new age must be strong. Let's move. I must see. I remember the days I used to tear it down along with vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Now that's how it's done. You inspire us all.
It figures that you would resort to such underhanded tactics.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Now for some sport.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
If it's a fight you want, then you've come to the right place.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
You have beaten me. Then I leave the fate of this land with you.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
You are full of surprises. Not that I would have expected anything less from you.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
There you are! Welcome to your graves!
Ignore them. They are of no relevance. Forward! The mind shall vanquish the sword. We have passed the first stage. Now forward! Through the gate and into the enemy. So this is the final gate. A new age awaits us on the other side. We must break through. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Well, forgive me then, my fair city. This must be done to vanquish the chaos. For that greater purpose, let these flames raise your fair walls.
I don't want to die now. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Father, has one of your dogs broken its leash? You wretched ingrates! I shall punish you!
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
So this is your choice? You will not gain the land by being so hasty.
I would gain nothing by waiting for Lord Cao to die. And if you don't understand that, then be gone.
I suppose death even I can overcome.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
How could you do this to me?
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Wait, I can't lose. I just can't.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Here it comes!
Bring down this so-called hero of chaos. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
It is the fate of a warrior to test himself against those stronger than him. Master Cao Cao, I challenge you.
For this you join Sima Yi? To what? I know not whether to praise your determination.
Here it comes! The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Now that's how it's done. You inspire us all.
Time to put this space to use in realizing my strategies.
Now is the time to attack! Everybody, to battle!
Here it comes! If I am worthy, who gives you the right? I shall overcome your pride and make this world my own.
So, it is not me who must become. I trust you.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. You are the one who showed me this path. I thank you. Now farewell. Just as I anticipated.
Was I nothing more than a means to an end? A doorway by which your talent and ambition could pass, take shape and reach into the land? Then, that is as it must be too. Sima Yi, you must heed my final order. Build a world such as none ever seen before!
Appropriately arrogant to the end. And yet, I shall remember this admonishment of yours without fail. I shall create a world, one that is magnificent. A world that you could never have conceived of.
We have silenced most of the rebels. The chaos is nearly over, isn't it, Father? And now the Sima family can rule a peaceful land.
Are you a fool? Zhao, have you learned nothing from your time with me on the battlefield? Being my child, the fact that we share the same bloodline, doesn't make you worthy to rule. You must refine yourself. Master your talent. Make yourself worthy of governing this land. One who would rule all others must soar higher than those he would rule. Is that not so, my Lord Cao Cao?